Alright, good evening all. So I get asked a lot while I'm streaming for tips about this game because there's just really not that much out on the internet. So this is a little bit of tips and tricks I've learned about Lost Rift, which is a pvpve extraction game, which is a little two-part. The initial map that you start out on is strictly PvE. Nobody except you, for you on this map and anybody you invite. So it's a really interesting setup they got there. There's a lot to do on this map. And one downside is loot containers don't seem to respawn here, but NPCs do, so you'll still get a lot of loot there. So the first thing that I will recommend is when you build your base, which you do pretty much straight off the bat, find a place where you can build one end of it to a side where you'll get hyena attacks and bandit attacks. You want to make sure that at least one side of your base is safe from that, where they're not going to attack from both sides. This way, they have to go through the front of your base before they hit anything you put on the back of the base. And once this base is just pure fire sticks. One shotgun blast can take out an entire section of wall. Build majority of your stuff on the far wall. That way a bullet will have to hit here before it can hit there. So that gives you one layer of protection. What I did here is to protect the stuff I put here, I built a secondary little wall. So that's 2 layers of protection. And then of course we built a perimeter fence, so that is another added layer. The safest thing that you can do if you get attacked is just run away from your base. They're going to kill off the NPCs first, they'll go after you next. One other thing we did is we built this tower that goes away from our base. This is really good for hyena attacks because if the hyenas cannot get to you, they don't know what to do and they'll just stand there and you can just plink them off. Bandits, however, will rip this tower to shreds in no time, but it'll give you a little bit of time to shoot them. So there's that. After that, you just kind of jump down, run away, and hope they follow you. So next thing would be fire. Do not bring a torch into your base. Do not bring a torch anywhere near your base. Do not keep a torch on your person. If you have a torch on and you walk through this doorway, your base is gone. It is pure matchsticks. It will catch on fire and spread like crazy. Your base will be gone. Comfort level. You can build stuff like this that will raise your comfort level. The comfort level gives you a bigger stamina boost when you sleep and increases how long it lasts. It's really good for when you're doing extractions. You can get to all the extraction points faster than your competitors. If you run up against a bigger team, speaking of the hyenas, so good. And of course I missed the first shot. Okay, so first shot, they will always freak out, look away, and then run away. Now you will want to kill these guys because they do respawn. They'll just keep on coming back. Now if I were to drop down right now, they would come back. So I try and do as much damage as I can. This crossbow is actually something you can get from one of the first traders you can recruit. And all it takes is 1 goat horn, 1 bolt, and 1 nut. All of which are really easy to find in extractions. It's got an amazing range. It does the maximum amount of damage, so it's pretty well a sniper rifle. Alright, let's drop down. So it is just fantastic all-around gear. So now that we're down, they're going to start charging back. I don't know why hyenas are so hard to kill, but they are. They're not too hard to dodge, though. As long as you just kind of walk to the side, they will miss most of their pounces. but it can get tricky if there are multiple attacking you. Alright. So this is really good for a source of rawhide and meat, so I definitely recommend looting them. The rawhide can pile up really fast, but if you start dying several times in an expedition, you'll want all the rawhide you can get to make some starter helmets, gear, and a backpack. Which is what I have on right now, because I died in an extraction. Also, all these palms out here, before an extraction, I don't use any of my health kits that are in the base. I just grab a bunch of those. Each one you pick up is 5. And you make a bunch of health kits before your extraction. You don't have to worry about making a bunch, farming a bunch, stealing them from your teammates, anything like that. Let's see here. What would be the next thing? Loot everything. What you can't trade, you can craft from. So pretty much everything has a use. I wish I would have made note of what quests take what, or I would have made a list. I may go back at some point and make a new character and see if I can actually remember all the stuff. It's not easy though, because a lot of the stuff you need for quests you have to get from extractions, and what you get from extractions is really random. So as you can see, our increased health bar coming in really handy. So what I'm going out here for is one of the biggest things that I could not figure out at the start of the game was where to get wax. Wax is used for so much stuff, and it comes from tree bugs. The tree bugs are an interesting critter. They live in like wasp nest looking things up in the trees. They're pretty easy to spot even from a really long way away. I'm just hoping I don't come across some more hyenas and whatnot when I'm trying to get here. They are sound activated. So if you shoot a gun near one, they're coming out in swarms and they're coming to get you. If you... Okay, I can see one nest way over there. So you can identify them from far away. I don't know how well that's going to show up on screen, but you'll definitely see it as you get close. You can walk underneath them really easy. You can crouch underneath them really easy. But if you shoot even a crossbow underneath, they will come out in swarms. Yep. See, 3 of them just popped out. What they'll do is they'll jump up and... Yep. They'll just keep doing that. They don't do a whole lot of damage, so... Not too bad. You get off my face. If you shoot them while they're in mid-leap, you will do a lot more damage. But each one of those has a chance to drop the wax, bug chitten, and... Got the other thing. Meat. Bug meat. That's it. So, I think you get about 6 bugs out of each one of these. If you hit them in midair like that, you do so much more damage, you can one-shot them. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what gun you use, it's going to take 3 or 4 shots. They have a very... They do not like to get far away from their base. So where I'm standing right about here, they'll turn around and head back to base every time. If I get close, they start coming for me. See, here they come. And yet, if I run right here... You have to hit them in the abdomen. Yeah. Hit them right here, and they'll run away. Now, you can also throw a torch at that tree, or if you shoot that nest a few times, it'll destroy it. But I tend to farm it, because it's a lot of wax. Wax is very handy. It makes the treated wood and several other things very handy to have. What else is there? I can't think of anything offhand. So your comfort level. Ooh, extraction map. So initially you have to go to the boat to extract. After that, what I did not realize and what would have saved me so much time is you just open the map, hit Q, and there you go. You can invite your teammates or just start solo. You can do that from anywhere in the map, so you do not have to build near the communication tower. So I would build some near the communication tower until you get all the quests there. That way you don't have to keep running back and forth. But yeah, being able to use the extraction map makes life so much easier. Trying to think of what other... See, dodos, they're worth killing because they drop feathers. Feathers you'll want for making all your crossbow bolts. Oh, another good tip. One that we did not realize until later on, but you can smelt a lot of stuff down. Certain armors, a lot of the weapons you'll find will just be like 2 shots away from breaking. They're really trash. You can throw those in the forge for an iron bar. Iron bars are really helpful for making a lot of the high-end stuff, especially like the chests. You'll want the bigger chest for a lot of storage room. What else do we got? Ready to get waxed? Yeah, I told you about the first trader. I think that covers all the top tips that I can think of at the moment. You will do a lot of extractions because you need a lot of stuff from inside the extraction area. But yeah, fire. I can't stress that enough. Keep it away from your base. The torches here, you will take damage if you step on those. Those are actual fire. However, the lights, such as the candles, that's fake fire, they will not burn your base down. Don't quote me on it, but keep your campfires outside, your forges outside. Anything with fire, just keep it outside, and you'll be safe. All right, I hope that helps. Please be sure to follow. I'll try to do another video with more tips later, so stay tuned, and y'all stay awesome. I'm out of here. Peace.